Welcome back to another episode of our Wednesday Icon Talk. In today's masterclass is Masterclass 11, Million Dollar Builder, Braintrust. And this is sponsored by PME. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're starting with our masterclass, Million Dollar Builder Braintrust. And I don't know about you, but because our master teacher is Dr. Danny Porte, I'm going to be taking copious notes. If I already take copious notes, I'm about to be taking some more because he has a wealth of knowledge to learn from. Dr. Danny Porte is an Army veteran and the corporate CEO and president of both Professional Management Enterprises, Inc., PME, a professional services company, and Wells Trans, a non-emergency medical transportation company. I had shared his whole background yesterday, right? But to really reiterate the point, I'm just going to speak from the heart very briefly. Dr. Porte is nothing short of a blessing.
Yes.
And the information that he has and the way in which he's willing to share that information and share it because he believes in bettering our communities and really giving to our underserved communities, but specifically, I hope I'm all right to say this, Dr. Porte, Black people, Black communities as well. It's important to recognize that he's very humble. He doesn't like to talk about himself very much, which is why I'm doing it. But now we should listen to him. And without further ado, all the time is yours, Dr. Porte.
I love him.
I love him too.
Okay.
Yes.
I love you and your family, Chancellor. You know, before I get into the class, and His Excellency Dakar, I asked that you put up the PowerPoint that you might have. If you do, if you don't, we'll take it just from without a PowerPoint. Makes me no difference. But before I get started, I would love to ensure that we do the following and say the following. Cairo, your class was exceptional. So Chancellor, what I would love to do is I sent something maybe 10 minutes ago. So after all of your programs conclude, I would love for you to send that PowerPoint presentation. It's about 46 slides to all of the guests who attended today, because we want to make sure that we bless them on behalf of GODSU, as well as to make sure that they have something tangible to use in 2022. So good afternoon. I'm Danny Porte, and I'm excited about today's class. So while His Excellency Dakar looks for that particular PowerPoint, okay, good. So I'll hold on then. I'll hold on 1 second. Thank you.
Yes.
So as he's pulling that up, and it should be just a second because I'm looking right at it, just to continue what Dr. Diane was saying, was there anything you wanted to say? Because I realized I jumped ahead. I wanted him to speak as much as possible.
I could speak until tomorrow on Dr. Danny Porte. So you go ahead and let's.
Good. So although the PowerPoint's, Chancellor, although the PowerPoint's going to come up, we're going to very little talk about those PowerPoints today. I want to make sure that I bless everyone on today. Because I tell you guys, I apologize for not being able to attend every session this year, but GODSU has blessed me and my family tremendously. So I can't even give back everything that it has given to me and the confidence that GODSU has given to me. So I'm so thankful, Chancellor. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get started. His Excellency Dakar, please hit next. Okay, hit next again for me. And one more time. So everyone needs to know that I'm not going to even talk about the 8A program. So hit next. I'm going to talk about how Uncle Sam wants you. Okay, Uncle Sam spends so much money, and as a minority group of people, we typically do business a lot with state, commercial, but we kind of shy away from federal agencies. There's no need to shy away from federal agencies. Do you even know that our chancellor worked for the federal government? Do you even know how study approved our chancellor is? Do you even know that the board members that she has surrounded herself with are subject matter experts that's going to help you not just in your commercial space, not just in your state space, but your federal space. That's what I want to talk about today. We got you. So get ready. Get ready. So the federal government and the participation, they buy products and services. Everything that we do and that what Cairo is talking about today. So they want us. Next slide, please. Okay. We have to allow our entrepreneurial spirit to unleash our business imagination. Hear me out, your business imagination. Last night, I got a chance to listen to the Eubank family as they was going through mentoring and coaching. They could talk about things for 2023, their goals, their mindset. They can do that. So where are you? Okay. So I want to talk about how do we take you in your business? How do we make it better? Did you even know that Cairo speaks, writes capability statements? She can help you with your bio. Okay. So before you get off with me today, I want you to really listen clearly, because we're going to help grow you. If you're not $1 million business today, it's going to be your fault in 2022 if you're not using GODSU as a platform to help you become that $1 million business. I want to help you. So both want a quality product, okay? That's commercial, state, federal. Everybody wants a quality product or service. Everyone wants reasonable price. Everyone wants on-time delivery. But oftentimes, as minority folk, guess what we do? We put ourselves in a bucket and we think that we have to stay small. You better dream big. You're at GODSU. You better dream big, and you better know who's on your side. Okay, next slide. Okay, yes, there are differences with commercial and government. Okay, but don't worry about it. The slides that our chancellor, her team's going to send you, going to walk through all of that with you. Okay, so for today, don't worry about that. Next slide. I want to talk about the following: staying in your lane, knowing how to partner, knowing who's a good partner, knowing how to scale. We want to talk about those particular things. As diversity and inclusion is very important. Any agency that receives federal dollars, number one, are going to have a diversity inclusion program. So we have city, state, local commercial clients that's going to spend with our veterans. They're going to spend it with our hub zone markets. They're going to spend it with our women and minority. And yesterday, you know, we all applauded as Cairo is now a certified woman-owned business. Congratulations. Guys, that's not a small feat. That is tough. If you've never done it, go through that paperwork. So like illustrated in front of you now, we want a huge government contract. Now we need to follow all the company policies and rules. You got to sometimes stay in your lane. It's embarrassing to win when you're not prepared to win. It's embarrassing to win and you don't have the money to deliver. But if you were on that phone last night and you were on Zoom last night, and we have a Jamaican brother that says he can lend, he can teach you how to get that money. It's enough of us here that you can use as a resource. You know, although the Small Business Administration have resources out there, you have agencies out there like SCORE that can help you build the business plan and all of those things. Nobody knows you better than the people here at GODSU that can help you build that business plan, write that business plan, help you build that capability statement, help you from a mock interview. You got to learn how to do that elevator pitch and speech. We want to prepare you correctly. Next, please. So there are so many rules to follow, but for today, we're moving past that because we can together. Next, please. Okay, So don't read that. I have some questions for you. Okay. This is what we need to know. And this is what I hope that the chancellor allow me and all the business experts that she have up under her to help all of you with. And guess what, guys? You get all this for free by belonging to GODSU. You don't get this other places. So number one, what contracts are you planning for? You need to know who you are and where you've been. So let me put that differently for you. Document your relevant experience. We all have that. Package that up. Document all of your past performance and experience. We have done something that means something, whether or not it's federal, state, commercial, or if you don't have it, guess what? There's power in networking. I just heard Cairo talk about networking on her last class. My question number two, bid and proposal dollars. Here you are, you out there and you're searching the web. I don't care whether or not you're a pastor. I don't care whether or not you're talking about leadership coaching, counseling. I just heard that on the last class. I don't care whether or not you're talking about janitorial support. All of those things has a bid process, technical process, a response. All of those have dollars and cents, commonly referred to as a pricing proposal. Know your financial capabilities. As I said earlier, there's nothing worse than winning something that you're not prepared for, okay? But here at GODSU, we want to help you get there. Number three, do you need to hire key personnel? Because sometimes when you're seeing things out there in that wheelhouse of yours, you don't have to go far. At GODSU, you have a network of experts. So your research that you're looking for that key personnel could be right here at GODSU already. And you're talking about implanting a key personnel within your response to a state, commercial, federal, city, whatever. We're right here. Who's better prepared and might be doing that so you can add us into your response to help us and help you meet your deliverables and win that particular opportunity. But, you know, let me take you back a little bit. Let me take you back because we got to be prepared, guys. We must be prepared. Is your infrastructure up to par? If you don't use His Excellency Dakar and Her Excellency Cairo, shame on you. If you're still going out here today, which is acceptable today, but not in 2023 or 2022, when you have them, if you're using Gmail, but you own your business and they can help you, we should change that. We want to look like a business from start to finish. Okay. Have you created your company capability statement? I know if you're out here today that Cairo tools have taught you how to do Zoom and everything else. Well, today, because of the pandemic, guess what the government's doing? Zoom. You better get yourself on Zoom. You better know how to use these platforms, and you better reach out to that brother seated there that's an expert at it. Okay. So, do you have a growth plan? Do you have a business plan? I mentioned that I just heard the chancellor's kids last night go all the way out to 2023. 2023. That growth plan of yours, that business plan of yours. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years. We're offering this to you as a part of GODSU for free. Chancellor, I'll give the templates for it all. Okay. We have that already though, Cairo, don't we? We have all of that already. Okay. Are you planning for subcontractors or consultants? Well, the team here at GODSU we got you. We can help you if you're planning on writing that technical response. If you're talking about, I don't know whether or not this is a heavy lift from a proposal response. How can we get through this? And the last one that you should definitely consider is the planned cost to run the operation. I want all of us to win. But sometimes in life, we must stay in our lane. We must know what we can and cannot do. But there's a power in networking. I hope one day at GODSU that we make a directory of who we are and the services we provide, and that we publish that to where we now have a proper book that shows everybody's strengths, and we can spend our dollars with each other. Next, proposals aren't inexpensive at all, okay? So proposal management, you got to think about this. You know, owning your business, everybody, I don't care if you're a pastor today, whether or not you're going to rehearse your sermon, or you're going to develop one, or you're going to buy one off the internet, okay? You're preparing yourself for future success. And that proposal is everything. That's who you are. Cairo Speaks is excellent at defining who you are. Although Danny Porte don't like to talk about Danny Porte at all. But let me talk about professional management enterprises. That's my baby. I'll talk about it all day, and nobody is better than I and more prepared than I to do that. And that's what we want to do. We want to prepare you to be able to talk about you, not just speak it. We should be able to read it. We should be able to see it. You should have that website. You should have that LinkedIn, Facebook. You should have all of those that GODSU is capable of helping you become an expert at. Contracts management, human resources, recruiting. Then I got to go back to Dr. Lodge. You know, you even have the ability to have someone to speak in existence to help you from, hey, what type of accounting am I going to use? Am I going to use QuickBooks? Am I going to use this? How am I going to set up a chart of accounts? What am I going to do? Don't worry. Speak to us. Ask us. It's enough of us out here that can tell you what we're doing, how we're doing, the benefits of why we're doing it. And guys, for being on here today, you already have access to that. That is free. I don't know anyone out here other than GODSU that's giving you everything that I'm mentioning today. Program management. Program management. I told you guys that the chancellor worked. If I'm not mistaken, Chancellor, you worked at the White House. Okay. See, so program management, guys, how lucky are we? When you're talking about learning how to manage something, we have a subject matter expert in our chancellor. We have a subject matter expert at a lot of her board members and staff. Okay, so on the slide today, you're looking at something called an 8A business development program. Now that's a small business program featured by the federal government. I'm not going to talk about it because you're going to get that in your slide deck. But I would hope that you take advantage of that. And I also hope that Cairo one day takes advantage of this 9-year developmental program that I know that we can just blow out of the water. Next, let's talk about the power of teaming for a second. You know, I've been doing this for 16 years. And what saddens me the most out of 16 years I have asked several minority businesses to become a business partner with me in terms of, hey, I'm responding to this effort. Please provide me the following data, X, Y, and Z. And sadly, when you ask for a set of qualifications or requirements, today, out of $50+ million that I do federally, I don't have one, well, that's a lie. I only have one. I only have one minority-owned business that subcontracts with me on $50 million of federal business. Now that is sad, okay? When, again, we have to be prepared. So I'm telling you today that this networking, whether or not it's commercial, state, local, or federal, know who you're partnering with. So let me explain that. Today is something out there called Dun and Bradstreet. What looks good for you might not be good. Good, good. So what looks good might not be good. Let me explain what I mean by that. When you choose to partner, you need to check and make sure they are who they say they are. It doesn't mean they are. You need to check to ensure that they're credit worthy. You need to also ensure that they have the relevant past performance and current performance to add value for you. And last but not least, do they also have the financial means to see this opportunity through with you? Now, if by chance you are teaming today with a large business, rest assured, they're going to pull your background check. They're going to check to see who you are. And at GODSU, guess what? As beautiful as our chancellor and her family is, guess what they did? They validated you. You should be doing the same thing when you're talking about the power of networking and partnership. Okay? So, but that partnership, it builds and expands your capabilities. It gives you the data for the gaps that you don't have. If you're missing relevant past performance, by using a partner, now you gain that past performance. It gives you that portfolio of gaining experience. You can also take that experience or that network and turn that into a mentor-protege relationship. What is that? That is a program designed by agencies, whether or not it's federal or not, that's designed to say, listen, Danny Porte can take Her Excellency Cairo. We could establish a small business mentor-protege relationship where Cairo now has all of my relevant experience, past performance, financials, and credit rating, and my federal report card. So imagine giving someone 16 years of your best, Who wouldn't want that? But you don't want to give that away lightly. You want to give it to everyone who's credit worthy, because sometimes you can give away something and that person takes 100% when you thought you're going to get 49% of it. So know who you're getting in bed with when it comes to contracting. Joint ventures is another way to go, where you can create a partnership with someone. And now, I remember our chancellor is an attorney, guys. You could create that, and now you create a business entity together. It's just like a marriage. You better know. You can find yourself divorced, asking for an annulment really quick. You better know what you're doing immediately to ensure you're doing the right thing, okay? But you want to set goals. You want to make sure that in that partnership that you build, that it's a win-win for everyone. you want to make sure that that written document is professionally done using Cairo rights. It's professionally done, and it's going to represent who you are, who you guys are, the vision. Last night they talked about that vision, who you're trying to become. Okay. And we want to encourage teaming. We want to encourage participation. We want to encourage everyone that when you're utilizing the network of GODSU, be mindful of who you're dealing with. Be respectful of who you're dealing with. Request help when needed, but ensure you're prepared. And be prepared to learn and grow. Okay? Next slide. Keep going. Next slide. Next slide. And halt right there. Okay? I'm going to close here with a couple things here. You know, I kept talking about the use of Cairo rights. I kept talking about His Excellency Dakar and his platform and marketing tools. Okay, guys, I hate social media. So if you're out there today and you were to Google me, you'll find certain things about Danny Protege out there. Then you'll go out and you'll say, well, that guy, man, he talked about social media, but he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. So I'm telling you to do better, to be better than what I am on social media. We do a lot of great things, guys. We do a lot of great things. But in the year that I have associated with GODSU, I have grown professionally and personally. The blessings bestowed to me by our chancellor, I'll never be able to pay that back. I'll never be able to pay that back. Guys, I've gotten calls, and I know this isn't a part of my class, but this is my class, and I got one more minute. I'll never be able to repay the gratitude of someone calling me 10 o'clock at night. I had a death of an employee. Or I had an employee that, matter of fact, just 2 weeks ago, Chancellor, had on Thanksgiving. Young mother didn't wake up. Young mother didn't wake up. Who was there for me? Guys, do you know I have a pastor? That person didn't call me. My chancellor did. Okay? My chancellor not only called me, she prayed with me. She offered any type of assistance that that family could use. Okay? That is priceless. I don't deserve everything that she has done for me and my family, but I'm thankful. So in conclusion, again, I'm Danny Protege, the president and CEO of Professional Management Enterprises, but I'm telling you today, allow me and others to become a part of your network and to help you grow. I love all of you for life. Let's enjoy the rest of our Empower You conference. Thank you for allowing me to take the last 30 minutes. May God bless each and every one of you.
Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Protege, for sharing what you did. And I took so many notes. I actually dog-eared the 9-year development program. So the next mentorship call that we have, I will definitely be, asking your ear off about that. With that being said, I did want to share that what's so beautiful about the Empower You magazine is it's not only a fundraiser for GODSU, but it also acts to edify our graduates through our various programs, honors and chaplaincy, and it gives you their contact information so that you specialty and yes, their specialty, their titles, and also their businesses, their short bios. So let me get to the back of this is just an example of what we have. So you can see, for example, that we have different names from different classes, from several years ago. We have the cell, the email, the phone number, the cell, the email, their bio, and also their website as well.
And their capabilities.
Yes, in a very miniature version. So I just want to share with you all that when it comes to the Empower You magazine, that's what really sets it apart. It's not just an article magazine, but it's also a directory as well. So this is a tool that you can add to your arsenal.
Page 11. I wanted to just briefly show the work that we've done on, in terms of making sure that you all know all about Dr. Protege. Kari, your eyes are stronger than mine.
And sometimes I wonder if that's even true. My goodness, all this reading. 331.
331. All right. So we're going to just show you, not only do we have for Dr. Protege his background, we've also featured his lovely family.
Yes.
We
And your
featured
beautiful
his
wife, Pam,
beautiful
and
wife, Pam, who
grandkids.
I've spoken to. That's my girl. Okay. All the great things that he's done out there in the world. So, and in the back, we have his capabilities and what he does. So GODSU is like a mini HR company for businesses, CEOs, coaches, ministers, entrepreneurs. And so we always say, buy GODSU first, go to the back of your magazine and see what it is that person's capability is, whatever you need, and home first. Charity begins at home first. So we're so pleased, Dr. Protege, you knocked it out of the park, and you had your two mentees that you were just, feeding back and forth. And we just absolutely love you. I think I told you that we couldn't be closer if we were blood brothers and sisters. And in fact, we get along better than even some people who are blood. Okay. So, we absolutely love you and Pam and all the work that you do in the community. This man, I remember, was like 3 months straight. Every weekend he was out giving and helping some community, just truly teaching young people and giving of himself. It's easy to give money. That's not what he does. Yeah. What he does is he gives you the tools so that you can make money, and that's exactly. So he's a Santa Claus that teaches you to be your own Santa Claus and not depend on anyone else. Her Excellency, you wanted to add some more? Yes,
I wanted to share that I know, Dr. Protege, that you've had a very busy schedule. I mean, you shared just very briefly that you've been up very early getting work done and being a part of the community. And this is just a time for giving for you. So thank you for that. Thank you for your tireless work. Thank you for working from 6 a.m. in order to be of service and then be a part of our programming and being on time and finishing
always
on time as well. I love it. I love it.
And now we're going to get into our outstanding global workers. Helping with public relations for GODSU, we have Shonda D. Moss Chaplin. She's a retired Air Force veteran. Thank you for your service. Please take us away.
Good day, good day, good day. As he stated, I am Shonda Moss. I'm an Air Force retired veteran, wife of one, mother of two. And that's enough all within itself. Mother of two plus, considering the fact that I'm an education training specialist and I specialize in getting people further along in their education, whether it be from something local to college to something that's global and international, as far as going to technical schools and everything else along those lines. And I'm just thankful to be a part of GODSU. I'm just excited about being on tonight and being around the women of God in the pulpit. And I'm thankful that I'm able to support GODSU as far as making sure that volunteers are notified of what GODSU is, what it symbolizes, what it represents. And I'm just excited about everything that GODSU does, not only internationally, but within the community. And that's so very, very important that we do things in our local community and even being recognized by the mayor. So I say GODSU is one of the most prestigious and awesome organizations to be a part of. And I'm just grateful that this is one of the many ventures that I've gotten into, other than being a part of Choices Women's Center, going to senior assistant living areas, prison ministry, prayer ministry. These are all a part of the things that God has blessed me to be able to do on a day-to-day. And so I'm just so grateful, very, very grateful to extend myself unto GODSU and to the work of the Lord.
Thank you. And now I have myself. I am Director, His Excellency Dakar Eubanks Chaplain. I'm the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, GODSU Director of Operations, Co-Director of Junior Ambassador Program. I am the host, MC, and Director of both the God Success Teach and Pray and Wednesday Icon Talk. I helped with administrative work and public relations for GODSU this week. Here at Dakar Marketing Tools, we are an international graphic, printing, and media company, providing you with all of your marketing needs to help you and your company grow. Our popular products are branded rings, branded pins, branded golf shirts, and branded jackets. You can see Chaplain Shonda Moss wearing hers. Yes, there it is. And we have our GODSU African Diasporan Bibles. In addition, we provide merchandise that's crucial to your business's success, such as our magazines and Chaplain Shonda. She's also on that as well. Yes. We also have banners, flyers, digital business cards, and printed business cards. With our innovative tools, you can turn your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform. During this time of constant Zoom meetings and webinars, we at Dakar Marketing Tools want to make sure you're prepared with our Zoom for Profits course. You can follow information on the screen for how to register for the course. Some of the offered courses are how to make money doing Zoom, Zoom Essentials, Zoom Basics, and turning your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform. I would like to extend a special appreciation to GODSU's leaders who have volunteered many hours. We especially thank those who have provided actual names, emails, and phone numbers of referrals. GODSU is grateful for the opportunity to add workers of God to our database, as well as register for educational programs. At this time, I ask for you to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'd love to see you next week on our Wednesday Icon Talk. We will have Masterclass 11, Men of God Unleashing Legacy Successfully, Moguls. This is our GODSU Men of Empowerment series, sponsored by the GODSU Wednesday Icon Talk. Our moderator is Assistant Dean Dr. Daniel Forte, and you can see our panelists. It was a fantastic panel. Love to see you there. And remember, we do have our God Success Teach and Pray every day at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we'd love to see you tomorrow morning.